Hey, what's going on everybody? This is Noble, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my Burning Abyss Phantom Knight, or better known as the PK Fire deck profile. I do want to take a moment and just apologize to you guys for the lack of videos lately. I actually had a few things happen personally in my personal life, and I just had to take a step back for a little bit and kind of adjust to some things. I didn't want it to affect my upload schedule, but unfortunately it did. So I do apologize to you guys for that, but hopefully I'll be able to get back on track this week. I actually was like sitting down and ready to go for some deck profiles when some things happened, and like I said, I had to just take a little bit of time and just to adjust to some new things. But anyway, yeah guys, this is the Burning Abyss Phantom Knights deck profile. It's really cool. It's a lot of fun. Some people are arguing that's like pretty meta, and it is really good. What also is really good as well is this awesome Phantom Knights mat from Omega Mats. This is an absolute beautiful. They put 5 monsters on this one. You can use my code NobleChaos10 to get 10% off your entire order, also helping out the channel. It's just a win-win. If you want to get this one or any other custom mat that you see fit, they can absolutely do it for you. So without further ado guys, let's get into this. So to start off with, I'm running triple Skarm. This one is really cool. If you watch my Burning Abyss, or you know anything about the Burning Abyss, you know what this one does. But basically, the Burning Abyss monsters will blow themselves up if you control a monster on the field that's not a Burning Abyss. And there's ways to circumvent that. So don't worry about that too much. But you can special summon this and the rest of the Burning Abyss monsters if you control no spells or traps in your spell and trap card zone. And then also during the end phase of this card is in the graveyard because it was sent there this turn. You can add one level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card. So I've actually seen this played at 2 in this particular build, and if you wanted to do that, that would be fine. I just kind of like Skarm a lot. I think he's a really good searcher, and I do use multiple copies of him, so I like keeping him at 3. I'm also playing triple Farfa. Now what Farfa does is, if this card is sent in the graveyard, you can target a monster on the field and then banish it until the end phase, which is really cool because a lot of monsters, they don't have target protection, but they'll have like destruction protection, but this is banishing, and it kind of just gets rid of something that can be problematic until the end phase, just giving you more time to deal with it. Also, same with this, if you want to run 2 and 2, you could do that as well. I'm also running 2 Seer because we can run 2 Seer now, and that is really cool to say. What Seer does is if this card is sent to the graveyard, that is not straight. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a Burning Abyss monster in your graveyard, except another copy of this card, and then you can special summon it, which is a really great effect. And also playing 2 Graph as well, because same thing, we can play 2 Graph. And now what Graph does is if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Burning Abyss monster from your deck, except another copy of this card, which is really cool. Special summoning from your deck is one of the most powerful effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm also running 1 Libic. If you don't want to play this one, you don't have to, but I like it. If this card is sent in the graveyard, you can special summon a level 3 Dark Fiend type monster from your hand, but its effects are negated. But that's not a big deal at all. I'm also running triple Tour Guide because anything with Burning Abyss in its name, like you're going to be playing triple Tour Guide for the most part. I haven't really seen any that play 2. I'm running Double Fiendish Warrior. Now for this one, if you wanted to bump this up to 3, you could do that. I just didn't really want to maximize Fiendish Rhino Warrior, but what he does is Fiend type monsters you control, except this card cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. So that right there is a way to circumvent the Burning Abyss monster's effect that they'll blow themselves up if you control another card that is not a Burning Abyss. If this card is sent in the graveyard, you can send 1 Fiend type monster from your deck to the graveyard, except another copy of this card, and you only use this effect once per turn. So that's it for like the Burning Abyss package. Let's get into the Phantom Knight stuff. Don't want to crowd up the camera, so we will do it separately. So to start off with, I'm running triple the Phantom Knight of Silent Boots. What this one does is if you control a Phantom Knight's monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon this the Phantom Knight of Silent Boots once per turn this way. You can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knight spell and trap card from your deck to your hand. You only use this once per turn. That is really cool, just being able to banish this from your graveyard and grab basically whatever spell and trap you need for that current situation is awesome. As well as 3 Silent Boots, we're playing 3 Ancient Cloak. Ancient Cloak's really cool. What this one does is if this card is in attack position, you can target a dark monster on the field, change this card defense position. If you do that, that monster gains 800 attack and defense to the end of your opponent's turn, which is like nice. It lasts a little bit longer. And if you do, and then you can banish this card from your graveyard, add one Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand, except another copy of this card, and it's a hard once per turn. But that is fantastic. Being able to add any Phantom Knights card from your deck to your hand is really cool, and these Secret Rares look awesome. I'm also running one Ragged Gloves. What this one does is if a Dark Exceed monster was summoned using this card on the field as material, it gains an additional effect to where if it was XYZ summoned, it gains 1,000 attack, which is really nice. And then you can also banish this card from your graveyard, or you've seen a trend here, right? And then you send a Phantom Knights card from your deck to the graveyard. So it basically is a Foolish Burial. I'm running a Kagamuchi Knight, I believe is how I say it. I really like this card. If you normal summon, when you normal summon a level 3 monster, you special summon this card from your hand, but it can't be used as synchro material. That is the only caveat, but I really like this. I'm also running double Psychic Will Leader. I can never say this. This is flexible if you would rather run something else like a Psychic Tracker or just get rid of the Psychic package. You could do that. That would be totally fine. I'm also running an Edge Imp Sabers because this card is really helpful because if this card is in your graveyard, you can place one card from your hand on the top of the deck and then you special summon this card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Also, to just kind of help turbo out some level 3 stuff, I'm running a Danger Jackalope as well as a Danger Noodle. And then also running triple Ash as well because Ash is my hand trap of preference. If you would rather, like I said, get rid of the psychic stuff and maybe play some more hand traps, you could do that. There would be absolutely nothing wrong with that. So that is it for the monsters. For the spells, I'm not running a ton of spells. I'm running, because I have them, double droplets and then also a Foolish Burial. So if you don't have droplets, don't freak out. Not a prerequisite for playing this deck whatsoever. You can absolutely like get rid of this, play some Effect Veilers, Ghost Ogre, something like that. I just happened to have pulled 2 droplets, so I'm running 2. I don't have a playset yet. I might would have make room for a playset if I had another one, but you don't have to have this card to play this deck. So moving on to the traps, I'm running the Phantom Knights of Shade Brigade. This is a really cool card. What it does is you special summon this card in defense position as a normal monster. It's a Warrior Dark level 4 attack 0 and defense 300. This card is not treated as a trap. If you have no traps in your graveyard, you can activate this card the turn it was set, which is really helpful. I'm also running triple the Phantom Knights Fogblade. This card's awesome. It's really, really good. I'm trying to hide that comment if you can't notice. But what this one does is activate this card by targeting one effect monster on the field. You negate that face-up monster's effects. That face-up monster cannot attack. Also, monsters cannot attack that face-up monster for attack. Cannot target the face-up monster for attack, excuse me. When that monster leaves the field, you destroy this card. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Phantom Knights monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but then you banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect of Phantom Knights Fogblade once per turn. I'm also running one Phantom Knight Sword if you don't want to play this, and kind of run it down to like a 42 or something, because I believe this is a 43 card build. I'm pretty sure it is. You don't have to run this card, but I do like it. And then I'm also running triple Imperm. Again, I try to stress this with all the expensive cards, or well, the more expensive cards that I kind of showcase in these deck profiles. You don't have to have Imperm to play this deck. Does it help out? Absolutely, it helps out. This card is great. It's expensive for a reason. Well, the reason is because Konami short print the crap out of it. But it's a really great card, and if you have it, it is really helpful. But there are ways to play the deck without it. So don't freak out if you see droplets and Imperm. You don't have to have those things to play this deck, or any deck, honestly. They just do help out because they are powerful cards. Alright, so that is it for the monsters, guys. Let's move into, not for the monsters, for the main deck. let's move into the extra deck. So for the extra deck, I'm running a Beatrice, Lady of Eternal. This card's really fantastic. It's 2 level 6 monsters. You can also exceed summon this card by sending 1 Burning Abyss monster from your hand to the graveyard, and then using a Dante monster you control as material. And the materials on that Dante are transferred to the materials of this card as well. And if it's summoned this way, the following effects cannot be activated this turn. Once per turn during the other player's turn, you can detach a material from this card. You can send one send 1 card from your deck to the graveyard. And if this card is in your possession, destroyed by opponent's card by battle or card effect, and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon a Burn of this monster from your extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. That floating effect is really cool. I really like that. I'm running double Dante. I bumped Dante down from 3 to 2 in this one because I don't burn through Dante quite as much in this particular build. But Dante is just, really great. Just freaking fantastic. If you wanted to play 3, that's fine. You could do that. I'm running 2 the Phantom Knights of Breaksword. I really like this card. It's 2 level 3 monsters. Once per turn, you can detach a material from this card and then target 1 card you control and 1 card your opponent controls and destroy both of them. And if this exceeds summon cards destroyed, you can target 2 Phantom Knight monsters with the same level in your graveyard, special summon them, and increase their levels by 1. Also, you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of this turn except dark monsters, which really isn't going to be a big deal. I'm also running 1, of course, the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche. This card, I think I'm saying that right. This card is freaking fantastic. I didn't really expect this to come off the ban list. But it's 2+ dark monsters. It's a link 3. During your main phase, you can send 1 Phantom Knights monster you control from your deck to the graveyard, then set 1 Phantom Knight spell and trap directly from your deck to your spell and trap card zone. All right, that's crazy by itself. If a dark exceed monster or monster is a special summon to a zone this card points to, while this monster is on the field, except during the damage step, you can target a card on the field and destroy it. You only use each effect of the Phantom Knights of Rusty Bardiche once per turn, and it cannot be used as link material. This card is phenomenal. I'm also running 1 Cherubini, Evan Angel of Burning Abyss. I did bump this down from 2 to 1 because I don't quite use it quite as much in this build. I am running an IP Masquerena, and then the Nightmare package with Phoenix, Cerberus, and Unicorn as well. I'm also running an Access Code Talker, again, because if it's a card I want to stress, you do not have to have this card to play this deck. You could absolutely play Avermax instead. Avermax is a $2 boss monster that can win game by himself. If you rather one like an Apollos or something, you could do that. But if you have Access Code Talker, I do recommend you playing it. I'm also running a Dante because it can be cheated out super easily with Beatrice as well. And then just for the singers, I'm playing 2. I'm playing a Trishula, and then I'm also playing a Vermilion Dragon Mech. If you'd rather not run this, that's fine. You could run something else, maybe another Link 4 if you wanted to do so. But I really like this card. So yeah, guys, that is it for the deck profile. I really do hope you enjoyed this. This is a really fun deck. People were like freaking out left and right when this card came off the main list, and I knew people could not wait to make some PK fire. Like, it's just really cool, especially Graph going to 2 and Seer going to 2 as well. It just helped out a ton. And again, guys, like I said, I do apologize for the videos rolling out slower lately. Hopefully I'll get back on track and be able to pump out more and on a more consistent schedule. But I do appreciate you guys taking time to watch this. If you're here and you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe. I would absolutely love that. Hit the bell so you become a part of the notification team so you don't miss anything that happens on this channel. And if you watch this video, give it a thumbs up. If you liked it, I would greatly appreciate that. It allows my videos to circulate around YouTube a whole lot more, and my channel's been growing at a really great pace, and it's literally all thanks to you guys. You're liking these videos and they're popping up everywhere. People are subscribing. It's literally all thanks to you, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. As always, guys, I'll see you in the next video.